Welcome everyone, I'm Peter Speck, and this is the first episode of my Final Fantasy XIV audio drama series titled Tales Beyond the Realm. The one thing I've noticed in the Final Fantasy XIV community is that people genuinely make some pretty amazing characters with deep stories, personalities, and lore behind them. I think it's incredible, but I noticed that most of the time, they don't really have a way to express those characters outside of screenshots and text. I've decided to make it a goal of mine to collab with other people's characters to make it into a form of an audio drama. If this does well, or if I feel like it, I might consider making more episodes. I wanted to give a disclaimer that this is the first time that I'm doing something like this, so there might be a little bit of audio issues here and there. I want to give thanks to the people who have helped out and worked on this project together. I couldn't have done it without them. And lastly, I want to give a big thanks to Brother Alphabusa for allowing me to take inspiration from his format and art style of how he does things with his audio dramas. Go check him out. He does way better stuff than I do. I hope you all enjoy. Now let us begin.
They say, it is not the destination that matters so much, but rather the journey. A good friend once asked me, was your journey good? Has it been worthwhile? My journey has been fraught with hardship, destruction, sadness, despair, and hopelessness. But so too has it been filled with joy, hope, optimism, and happiness. Everyone has a story to tell. This is mine.
Hear my voice, traveler. Come to me, dear one.
What's going on? Why is it so cold? This feeling, it's so strange. Who am I?
Traveler, awaken!
I suddenly found myself standing in a heavenly void, everything around me in almost blinding white. Before me stood a blue-haired woman radiating an aura of divinity, whom I would later come to know as Menphina. But as I took in my new surroundings, I felt something different. I touched my face, then my head, and I felt elongated ears. My body felt unfamiliar, so new. I shifted my attention back to the woman in front of me. My eyes filled with wonder and countless questions yet to be asked.
You must have so many questions, dear one. I can only answer but a few. I am Menphina, goddess of love. I have brought you back from the rift, a place between worlds.
All I could do was stand there, stunned by her sudden appearance. The onslaught of sensations, every sound, touch, and breath washed over me, leaving me unsteady, as if waking from a dream too vivid to grasp. My mind raced, grasping for meaning, but understanding danced just out of reach. Yet, within me, I could feel Menphina's presence, gentle, but undeniable, brushing against my thoughts like a breeze.
You lacked a body, so I have created for you this one, of year form. As for your name, the past is prologue, and the name you once bore is no longer yours. Thus shall I name you Kazumi. I grant you my blessing and anoint you my seraph. Go forth and travel, Kazumi. Learn all that there is to know, help those in need, and spread love forthwith unto Heidelin. In time, the answers you seek will reveal themselves.
I tried to speak. I had so many questions. But as I opened my mouth, no words would come out. I felt her caress my cheek gently, in an odd sort of loving way. It was a comforting thing, strangely familiar.
Go forth, dear one.
I awoke abruptly, shivering in the grass under a tree. I was confused, naked, and everything hurt as though my very soul were on fire. As I looked up, two figures in white robes loomed over me with a look of concern. I watched the white mages exchange puzzled glances as if they were unable to understand me. One lowers their hood, revealing a kind Elizim woman that I would come to know as Menphina. She had gentle eyes, gazing upon me with concern. I felt her wrap a white robe around me as they helped me to my feet.
Rest easy. All safe now.
As I tried to stand, my legs gave way. I felt the second figure catch me quickly. He felt strong, and his presence was strangely calming. There was something familiar about him, but at the time, I couldn't understand why.
We need to get her to the city. Quickly.
My vision blurred as I felt the weakness within begin to overtake me, and the two voices faded into distant echoes. I felt the woman place her hand on my chest, and I struggled weakly, unsure what was happening. Fear gripped me, but just as I was about to give up, a warm, pleasant energy flowed through me.
Stay with us. We've got you.
I felt my strength begin to return, but the damage was already too much. I felt my eyes close, and the darkness swallow me as I allowed myself to rest in the arms of the male Makote carrying me off. I was lying in a soft bed, surrounded by a simple yet comforting decor. I could feel myself slowly awaken, yet I felt so much pain. I didn't know what to think, and I was scared. I didn't know who I was, nor did I know where I was. I could hear familiar voices in the room, speaking in hushed tones. I could only imagine what they were speaking about me, but I couldn't understand them. The language was unknown to me, and I couldn't grasp what was happening.
What could have happened to her?
We'll find out when they wake. For now, they need rest.
I began to stir gently from my slumber, my eyes slowly opening as I took in my surroundings. I saw the woman notice me, and she hurried over to me with a warm smile on her face.
Welcome back. How do you feel? Can you understand me?
I looked up at the woman in confusion, her words beyond my comprehension.
I don't think she understands me. This may be worse than we thought. I am Delphine.
I watched as she then pointed to the man beside her, beginning to understand what she was doing.
This is Z-to.
Delphine then gestured towards me, as if waiting for my response. I realized then that they were introducing themselves, and I offered up my name, my accent thick but still able to be understood by my benefactors. Kazumi. Over the next 3 months, Delphine and Z-to worked with me to teach me the Eorzean language. It was a challenging period filled with much frustration on my part, but thanks to the patience of those who became my closest friends, I quickly began to grasp the language and communicate in earnest.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, it concludes the first episode of Tales Beyond the Realm. I mean, it only took 2 freaking years to get done. Well, that's unfortunately on me, but that's besides the point. I hope this episode was of great entertainment. Like I said, I want to give a big thanks to people who helped out with this, to the writer, and also to the voice actors, okay? I think they did a pretty decent job on their part. And just a heads up, this will not be the last we hear of Kazumi's character. There's a good chance in the far future there will probably be more episodes about them. But in the next few episodes, we'll be focusing on other people's Final Fantasy XIV characters, alright? Until then, God bless, and I hope you all have a wonderful time, day, or wherever the heck you are. Anywho, take care of yourselves, all of you, alright?